Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the True Opinionist. So, today I'm going to be going over a series that I absolutely love and enjoy, and I feel like it doesn't go talked about enough in the community. I've seen like two people in the community talk about it, and that was about it. For the most part, I don't see it in people's collections or anything like that. So I thought, and probably people do have it because according to the mangaka, it sold a lot of copies. But I just wanted to shed light on the series and get more people to know about it and maybe check out. So here are my thoughts on the series called Love and Focus. This is volume 1. We got volume 2. And then we have volume 3. There's also an omnibus if you like that format, but I don't own that. I'll probably get it later since I did like what Yoko Nogiri did with this series, and I'm probably going to check out their other works just because I want to see what their other takes on like other stories are. But what this story is about is this girl named Mako. I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's Mako. So Mako, I guess. But it's about this girl who goes to a small town because her friend Key, the blonde dude, invites her to live in this small complex with a group of students from the photography school that they go to. And they all live under one roof and are in the same club, which is photography club, to study and learn more about photography. But I think it's a great story. This is our main lead. Wow, these two, Akumatsu, that's probably not how you say his name, and Ki, these are our two main guy leads. They're like the love interests of the story, which the first volume does set up. And you just go along for the journey of these three characters and a few others, which are side characters. But overall, the main portion of the manga is focused on photography. I feel like the love aspect of the story is more of a second hand thing, like a little topping on your ice cream. Let's put it that way. And one reason why I love this story is the story is so self-contained. We're not dealing with a big cast of characters. It does have its flaws only because the series is so short. Like, I don't have too many gripes, but I feel like things could have been more fleshed out, like such as Mako's, Akumatsu's, and Ki's backstories. Like, the manga gives enough to where you understand their characters, but I feel like there could have been more. You could have done a lot more than just 3 volumes. I respect what the mangaka did. I love the story. It didn't hit me as much as it did the first time I read it. The first time I read it, I actually cried because the love aspect of the story hit me to where it brought me back to my high school days of my love relationship with someone, and how that didn't work out. So I kind of cried, feeling emotional, and I mean in a good way. It hit me in the good feels, and I enjoyed it just because it brought me back to my high school days, and I related because of that. I related to the characters in the story, knowing their experiences were similar to mine. But overall, I feel like it's a good, compelling story. It's short, which could have done with more volumes, like fleshed out a little bit more, but overall I'd say it was good. Mako is the I'm just gonna go into like character details so you know a little bit more about these characters, but I won't get into spoilers. If you guys do want me to do a spoiler-ish talk about the series, just let me know in the comments. But this is Mako, our main lead. She's the type of character where she sees everything from a positive point of view. She's outgoing, very straightforward actually when she voices her opinions. And she just knows how to make the characters in the story smile and stuff, which is also a very nice thing. I think this story is a very wholesome type story. It doesn't really have drama like the manga. The manga teases it a little bit, but they don't go the drama route. It's a relationship, a love story that it's a no drama love story pretty much. Next, Akumatsu, because of certain things that happened in his past, he is I wouldn't say shy kid because he's not shy, but he keeps to himself. People think he's weird and they don't find him attractive, and he's the opposite of Ki pretty much. He is pretty much he gets everything. He has nice looks. His family is very successful and they want him to take over the business. And he always gets the girls. Everybody is envious of him. So like these two are polar opposites, which I love. They're like yin and yang. So that's a really nice touch. They made compelling characters with a short run time, I should say, since it's only 3 volumes. But overall, these characters are compelling with the screen time, or like I guess I should say book time that they have. Yeah. I like how they mainly, in the beginning towards the middle, they mainly focus on photography than the romance aspect. It's like a mix. Towards the end, you get more romance than photography, but I feel like the story manages to balance out both. So it's not just a one-sided, oh, this was introduced into the plot so that we can meet our characters, now let's forget it and throw it out the window. No, they both stick around for equal amounts of time, and they're both, I'd say, decently fleshed out to the extent of 3 volumes. Like I said, the series could have done with more volumes, which is my only gripe. But for the most part, it does a good job at explaining the story, telling us who these characters are, and why we should care about this story. I love the aspects of photography because, one, I work with cameras in a way, and I'm planning to do more camera work in the future. So I related to the story on that level. I mainly got it for the photography aspect. I saw someone recommending it to people when they picked it up in their hauls and pickups, and I was like, ooh, this sounds cool because it deals with cameras. I didn't even care about the romance aspect. I came for the cameras, and I got what I wanted, and then some. With the romance aspects, it was like a cherry on top. So overall, I'd say it's a good, well-written story by Yoko Nogiri. It's also, I love the way he did his artwork. He did the story, but he also did the artwork for the story. I'm not going to show you any spoilers just in case you do want to pick up the series, but I will show you like the 4th and 5th pages of what I'm talking about. This art, in my opinion, just looks really well done, and throughout reading throughout this manga, I really felt like it had a lot of life to it, and these characters were something special. One thing that drove this series home for me was the art. So, props to Yoko Nogiri. I highly recommend you pick it up. One, it's short, so you don't have to make a huge commitment. Take example for something like Horimiya or what's Haikyuu. Those are decently long series, but that's just my opinion on the series. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what series you're enjoying in the comments, or what you think about my thoughts on this series. Do you think you'll be picking it up? I hope you all have a wonderful day and night, and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.